Hello and welcome back to another edition of Good Morning Pattaya, Pattaya Channel's very own breakfast show. I'm your host, Nick Pendrell, and joining me on the sofas is my regular co-host, Mr. Dave D. How you doing?
Good morning, Nick. How are you? Nice and sunny outside. Brilliant today. Feel great.
Another good day in Pattaya.
Not seasick with our next guest.
Now, our next guest is Niki from Pattaya Boat Charter.
Hi, good morning.
Welcome to our studio.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
So, I must warn you, I'm a complete landlubber, so I know very, very little about boats.
That's all right, neither do I.
Fills us full of confidence.
So, tell me a little bit about the company and what you do exactly.
Okay, we effectively just rent out boats for either a day, 2 or 3 days, or even a week, up to 1 month. We cater for both the tourist market and the sort of corporate expat market as well.
Right. And what choice of boats can you offer?
We've got a wide range. We've got 15 boats at the moment in the fleet.
Wow, that's huge.
Smallest is a 37-foot sort of luxury speedboat, all the way up to Thailand's largest built super yacht.
Good grief.
120 foot.
Wow. How many people can comfortably fit onto a 120-foot yacht?
Only 20.
Really?
Yes.
So it must be like super, super luxury, I would imagine.
Yes, it is. It's got its own cinema on board,
cinema.
Jacuzzi, a couple of jet skis to play with.
Good grief. So do you manage to rent that very often?
Not too often, no. That one goes out a couple of times a month.
That still seems quite a lot.
Yes.
Because I'd imagine that... How much would it set me back if I wanted to charter that from you?
You wouldn't get a lot of change from 200,000 baht for 1 day.
That's still not too bad, actually.
I mean, if you want a really good day out, really sort of luxury day out, it's 20 friends, it's 10,000 baht each.
That's not bad at all.
But you go out on a daily basis now, don't you, Nick? I mean, you know, I've been out with Nick on one of his trips, and he takes you to quite a few islands. Which are some of the islands you go to, Nick?
We go to the collection of islands called the Far Islands, which include Koh Pai, otherwise known as Bamboo Island, Koh Manwichai, Koh Rin, Koh Kram, and then the infamous Monkey Island, which
we went to the other day, which was brilliant. And of course, you know, your range of boats, as you said, is quite substantial. But I mean, also your clientele as well. I mean, it's a wide range of clientele you cater for, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, as I say, from anything from a group of lads out here on holiday or a group of friends here on holiday to maybe just a couple. We've even done a pre-wedding photos out on one of the islands on a deserted beach, and corporate market as well.
And do you just operate out of Pattaya?
At the moment we've got Pattaya, and we're sort of affiliated with Samui Boat Charter as well, which has been operating for 10 years.
Ever been on one, Nick? Ever been on a sort of boat trip?
No, not a charter, no.
Well,
ferry, but I'm sure in a slightly different category from a ferry to the islands. So what is a sort of standard day? I mean, is it mostly during the day that you're out?
Yes, we do evening cruises as well, but the majority of cruises are daytime, start around 8:30 in the morning.
Right.
A little bit of coral snorkeling, take you to maybe a deserted beach somewhere where you can literally just sit on your own little private beach.
Right.
Then we go off for lunch somewhere that can either be on the boat or a barbecue on the beach.
Right. And are these set tours that you do, or do you work with sort of third parties who basically sort of sell tickets?
Yes, we do a joined-in tour, which has got a set itinerary, and we work with a lot of agents here.
Right.
And they sell that. But for the private charters, we work with the client. So if the client wants a lot of snorkeling or a lot of fishing, then we'll tailor the trip around them.
Sure.
I think it's the imperative to get it out there. I mean, you know, Nick I know does a great job with the Pattaya Boat Charter, but also you have to get them out there to the agents and the people that are on the streets and ear to the ground, so to speak, because, you know, that's where your clientele are. I mean, we went out the other day with Nick. It was a great day, and I'd never been snorkeling, ever. Actually, I've never used a snorkel. I'm saying, I'm really scared, and Nick was there to help me, and within a few minutes, I was actually doing it. And he does a very good on one-to-one, gives you that sort of personal touch on his tours, which I think is very good.
That is good. So, how many staff would accompany people on a regular one of your
Minimum would normally be a captain, a boat boy, and a guide. We've got a range of guides, which either be myself, or if you're Chinese customers, we have Chinese-speaking guides, Korean, Japanese. German and Russian guides.
Right, well, that's pretty extensive then. So how long's the company been going?
Up here in Pattaya, we've been going about 14 months. We opened April last year.
Wow, and you're already up to that many boats?
Yes.
You're obviously doing something right.
Yeah, it's gone really well. It's been surprising really how quickly it's taken.
And where do you start off the tours? Do you
Ocean Marina, which
Ocean
is
Marina.
Narjomtien.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's where.
It's actually Asia's largest marina.
Is it really? Oh, I knew it was big. I didn't realise it was that big.
Well, extended at the moment as well, aren't they? So,
Yes, there's a lot of work
making it
going on
even
down
bigger.
there. Yeah.
So it's.
And all your boats are sort of permanently moored there, unless they're
Yes, they are.
off on. What is the longest trip that you've ever been chartered for?
7 days is the longest
7
one we've done.
days.
Yeah, and that was Pattaya down to Koh Chang.
Right. Oh, it didn't seem that far. I thought in 7 days you can go quite a distance, can't you?
Yes. Well, we stopped in Koh Samet on the way, and then down
right.
to Koh Chang, did a little bit of the marine park, and then back.
Nice leisurely trip.
Yes.
Yeah. So you haven't had anybody going sort of long distances to Samui or further?
We've had a lot of inquiry for down to Samui, but what a lot of people don't sort of factor in is the time it takes to get down to Samui.
Yeah.
Even in a speedboat, you're talking nearly 10 hours to get down there, and that's full blast all the way.
And how many of your boats are sort of liveaboards?
12. We have 3
got 12,
speedboats which you
right.
can't live on,
Right.
but the rest of the boats you can spend a night.
All right, they have got cabins
Yes.
and
Yeah.
down there.
Fully air
And what
conditioned.
about guys that sort of, like you said, I mean, you spoke earlier about it, if they don't want to go to the islands or anything, but they want to go out for a day's trip, like, just together for some fishing or snorkeling, can you just concentrate the day on that?
Yes, yeah, we'll tailor, as I say, we'll sit down with the customer, we'll sort of tailor the day around their requirements. If they want fishing, we've got specialist fishing boats with full sort of Japanese equipment. Yari, who captains the fishing boats, a Finnish guy, he's been fishing here for 15 years.
Wow.
He knows all the spots, all the little tricks.
I think it's a must-do, though, isn't it, Nick, when you're on holiday? I mean, you do a lot of things when you come on holiday and you're here for a few weeks, and then a lot of people do want to go and see a nice island. And I know some of the islands from first hand are so nice. I didn't even know they were there.
Yeah,
And the beaches are just
That's
phenomenal.
sort of our biggest problem at the moment is that a lot of people don't realise the beauty of the islands so close to Pattaya. They look at Pattaya
It's
Beach.
breathtaking, and you think, well, how long was it away? 20 minutes?
20 minutes, yeah.
20 minutes.
I mean, I know Kowloon, but all these other islands now, I have no idea they're out there. You're absolutely right.
It's phenomenal that we're in Pattaya, and Pattaya's a nice place, but people like us, we're busy and we don't sort of realise what's out there. And then suddenly you get the guys from Pattaya Boat Charter say, "Oh, jump on a boat, 20 minutes down here, you're in another world." You go, "Yeah." You get on it, you are in another
Really?
world.
Well, we have that on our doorsteps. I've been here 2 years.
It's
but
unreal,
no idea.
and guys like this to show us.
That's amazing. What sort of notice period do you need if somebody wanted? Okay, I want a private boat. Me and my girlfriend. I want to go off to some.
I've had
sort
phone
of-
calls at 8 in the morning and taking customers out the same day.
Really?
Yep. If the boat's available, then we can sort of arrange things the same day.
Is the business seasonal, like high season, low season, have a big effect?
It is. We are obviously based around the tourist industry, so we do suffer in low season. Bookings slow down a little bit, but about 40% of what we do is corporate or expat market. So we don't get the full effect of the season, but we do suffer a little bit from high and low season.
We've covered like the fishing trips. We've covered like the snorkeling days. I mean, being Pattaya. I mean, have I got to mention? Are you doing a party thing? I mean, because people want to party when they come to Pattaya.
Yep, we are doing a regular booze cruise. It's going to be twice a month. Free alcohol on board, big party, foam machine, good DJ, good music, good sound system. And we have a specialist party boat which can take up to 60 people.
Oh, wow.
Which has got to be a
3
massive
bars,
Pattaya.
2 dance floors.
2 dance floors?
Yeah.
Good grief. And so this goes out at night, does it, or is it daytime?
It will. It'll be 8 p.m. till midnight.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So everything included, food, booze.
And how much will
Fun.
a ticket to that set me back?
2,000 baht.
So that's
That's
pretty-
all your drinks, all
yeah.
your food, everything. Full evening of fun.
That is
cheaper than a night on Walking Street.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Without a doubt.
That's cheaper than 3 steps into Walking Street.
And that goes from Ocean Marina.
No, that one will be leaving from Nuklua.
Right,
There's a
okay.
pier down Nuklua Soy 12,
really? Is
so
that-
I'll be leaving from
I didn't
there.
hear that. And do you also get put on a shuttle to get people away from there, or you got taxis waiting?
We will have transport arranged so people can at the end of the night get away. Yeah.
And is this something that you've already been doing, or is this something that's launching soon?
The first one is going to be next weekend,
Right.
which is already sold out. And then after that will be every 2 weeks.
That sounds good. I'm sure.
I think
that will be
it's a
very
must
popular.
in Pattaya. You know, I mean, you know, a lot of people, you know, they can do the walking streets, they can do all the soyas and everything, but after that, you know, after a few days in Pattaya and
Exactly.
whatever, they're thinking, what can we do? And like Nick, you know, can take them out fishing, they can take them out snorkeling. Now they can go on party boats. You know, I think it's a whole sort of aspect to a good holiday, isn't it?
Definitely. No, this has been a real eye-opener to me. As I said, a confirmed landlubber.
A bit different from your ferry trip, Nick.
Yes, I can imagine. And any more? Are you expanding? 'Cause you seem to. I'm really surprised you've only been going 14 months and have access to all of these.
Yep,
vessels already.
we are currently negotiating with owners in Koh Chang and Phuket.
Right.
To maybe open there as well.
Right. So that is very fast expansion. That you go.
What about outlets, Nick? I mean, we've been talking about, that you run these tours, and I mean, and Nick will say, where people can get in contact with you. But what about the average person that's on the street? The guy that's walking around Pattaya. How do they know you're there?
As I say, we work with a lot of the tour agents. So any agent they walk into, a lot of the hotels as well, concierges at the hotels. If they sit down and say, oh, what can we do tomorrow? We've done this. We've been to the crocodile farm. We've been to floating market. We want to do something different. And the concierge quite happy to recommend us and sit down.
So basically, they recommend that you've done this and there is this to do, and they're pushing forward for you. Good. So it's nice to get out there.
Definitely. So, if our viewers would like to charter a boat from you or to join one of your parties, how do you recommend that they do so?
Via the website's probably the easiest way. You can either email me through the contact form on the website.
All right.
Or,
and
all my contact
the
details.
website address is?
www.pattayabboatcharter.com.
Yeah, singular, one charter.
Yes.
That's good. And do you get a lot of general inquiries through the website? Is it becoming?
Yes, we do. Yeah, about 50% of our bookings come direct through the website,
Right.
And the other 50% is, as I say,
And of course,
through the
you've got
agents
the
or
Facebook as
concierges.
well, of course, Nick, haven't you?
Yes.
Yes, I mean,
Yeah.
he's got a Facebook, Pattaya Boat Charter on Facebook, and Nick has got a couple of pages as well, which is how we found him originally. So.
Right. And do you get a lot of referrals? Satisfied customers coming back? And...
Yes. Yeah, our sort of most regular customer has actually done 5 charters in the last 6 months.
Well, that's
He
pretty
likes it so
regular.
much.
Yes, you're obviously doing something right if he keeps coming back time after time. So, and how many staff have you got in total, or access to?
Permanent staff, we've got 6.
Right.
And then as and when we rent a boat for the day, and we have extra staff coming for that. Each boat has its own captain.
Yeah, because you're
Captains aren't interchangeable between boats, really. They get to know their boat and they like their
right.
boat.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I always think with the smaller boat that Nick has been out on before with us, it's good because he does give you the personal touch. You do feel like he's taking interest in what you want to do and how you want to do it. But of course, on the other side of it is like we've just said, there's a party on where everybody just goes crazy and has a great night. So you've got both ends of the scale, which I think is very good.
Absolutely. And you're saying that you have, because there's a lot of non-English speakers are a big part of your market, you just hire the interpreters, translators?
Yes, well, as I say, we've got local speaking guides. So if you're a Russian customer, we put on a Russian guide.
Right.
Chinese, we put Chinese. It's quite important, I think, that.
Yeah, definitely. I can imagine.
I think we've got to get you on there, Nick.
We're so
You've got to take your feet off the shore.
You tempted me. Certainly, I like the idea of this party boat. 4 hours is there.
4 hours of mayhem.
Yeah, and also, because I didn't realise there were these other little islands that were so close.
They are absolutely stunning. Koh Chang is what PP was 20 years ago.
Really? And
Beautiful,
never
no
heard
buildings,
of it.
Pure white sand.
It is absolutely amazing.
Well, that definitely sounds like something that is worth checking out. And you say about sort of 8:30 is a normal start time to get a proper day going.
To get a full day in, yeah.
All right, well, Niki, thank you very, very much for coming to join us. Remind us once again of your website address so that people can contact you.
Pattayabboatcharter.com.
And also on Facebook, just have a search under there for Pattaya Boat Charter.
Yes.
And you'll find it. So if you want a trip on a boat or to join the party, you know where to go to. Thank you very much, Niki, for joining us.
Thanks, Niki.
Thank you.
Great.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.